Well, now, can Joe put the disappointment of those missed darts behind him?
Well, he's still in control, Dan.
Yeah.
He's still the breaker throw up.
Peter Snakebite Wright, the UK Open finalist, awaits in the semi-finals.
45.
Today, Mensur Suljovic is not throwing the kind of darts we saw from him against Mervyn King or against MVG yesterday.
96.
Well, perhaps a little bit of tiredness coming in, a bit of fatigue. Certainly the snatch is more prominent now than it's been for a long time.
140.
Well, I think you threw that one over on.
Joe Cullen has made quarterfinals of European Tour events before. He's done it twice. Both events were in Austria. He's never gone to the next stage. He's only made one quarterfinal on the Pro Tour all year. So this would be a significant step forward for him.
140.
Guaranteed £5,000 prize money if you do make it to the semi-finals. 25 grand. Go all the way and win it.
43.
But it's all got a little bit scrappy, and Mensur Suljovic has stolen the darts and is in a decent position here. He'll be looking for the ton 40 if he can hit it to leave double 18.
Yes, he really had Mensur on the ropes and ready to just
60.
throw the knockout punch, and those darts at double top were missed, and then, like you say, a bit scrappy in this leg as and he's thrown 15 darts now, and
54. So you require
still not on a
116.
checkout, so 6 darts at least here for Mensur.
An exaggerated check of the scoreboard for Mensur Suljovic. Only to remind himself that Joe Cullen's not on the finish, but maybe just to let Joe know as well. Double 18 now.
98.
And I don't know what that gesticulation was from Mensur, but I really do know what the big Austrian's going on about with his various
93. So you require 18.
demonstrative outpourings on stage.
Well,
Double
the
nine.
18, yes, he's not far away from his favourite double 9, is it?
Mensur Suljovic has broken back. It is now 3 apiece when just moments ago he was staring down the barrel of a 4-1 deficit. Joe Cullen missed 3 clear darts to take a 4-1 lead. And Mensur Suljovic is now throwing to go 4-3 up himself. He doesn't move quickly, but he does move forcefully, like a glacier.
60.
Yeah, there's so many of those first darts going low for Joe now.
58.
He's lost, you know, I keep saying it, the first dart is the most important dart you're going to throw because it gives you line and length. And Joe cannot get any range from the first dart he's throwing. So he's having to switch a lot. In the early parts of the match, he was finding the treble 19 really well. But he's not
43.
at the moment.
This is an opportunity. He's got to seize it, though. And again, it's a low dart. But he does find the treble 19 this time.
96.
Just the once. Almost a sigh from Mensur Suljovic. It must be really frustrating for Mensur in this situation to look at how he's played leading up to this, and indeed across
60.
the year. I think, well, I've got this there for the taking. I've found myself in a quarter-final of a European Tour event. I'm against an unseeded player, although he's playing well. And that is a great visit for Joe Cullen. But his darts from earlier just aren't there at the minute.
No, and Joe's probably thinking the same as well, thinking, you know, I should be on the verge of throwing for the match here, and all of a sudden I find myself 3 legs apiece.
But he has got 6 darts darts from 167
59.
to get the break back. And just 59. 108 is, I mean, it's manageable, but it could have been better.
Yes, and Suljovic, if he hits a ton or a ton 40, well, he's not going to do too much damage, you would think.
100. Joe, you require 108.
He may go treble 16, double top.
Game shot in a 7.
Yes, he went for the treble
Listen to
16
that.
because the treble 20 was blocked. That's good thinking from Joe. Didn't want to have a deflection. And the 108
flag Joe
goes out. That's
to the
another
right
break
first.
of throw. That's 3 on the trot. And Cullen
Game
now.
on.
Well, I think that roar from Joe Cullen told you everything you needed to know about the
93.
importance of that check out there. He is back in control of this match, but it is a tenuous grasp he has on it.
Well, we say so often, Dan, don't we, about winning ugly and grinding results out.
140.
And Joe's not playing nowhere near, and nor is Mensah, to be fair. But taking the 108 out, that's grinding the result out, grinding the leg out, and getting
140.
yourself control of the game again.
Yeah, well, look, I'll tell you what, we were saying earlier, Joe Cullen, can he go and average 100 plus all the way through the weekend and go and win it? Well, we don't know. But we've also said the top players, when they're not playing at the very, very best, they learn how to win these, grind out these
125.
results. And there's almost something as satisfying as seeing Joe Cullen, if he does go on and win this match with
84.
a mid-90s average instead of the 100 plus. If he does that, then I think that may be a significant step forward for him as well.
Yeah, so you just see a glimpse of Devon Peterson, who's Joe's best mate. And Joe missing the 18 has left him on 184 instead of 170. And if meant it's another treble, well, he hasn't punished him
95.
as much as what he could have done. And there's, and there's Devon.
I was going to say he looked nervous, but
He's a big unit, is Devon.
oh. Prime South
58.
African beef.
If you call
Right, so you
him a
require
name, make sure there's a
141.
nice solid door in between you.
141 for Mensah Suljovic. Not going to go. No, 70 off, so that leaves 71.
'83.
And Joe Cullen,
Joe, you
419s, gets him a shot at the ball.
126.
It would be huge, this, if it went. Oh, that's an awkward one. Look how far across he's going to try and find the treble bed. He doesn't do so.
58. Mensah, you require 58.
I think it's got to be 18 tops. Even for Mensah, he's not going to go a silly way. There's the 18. 2 darts at tops for 4 all. And then this topsy-turvy game. It's the Austrian who unveiled his head-butting an imaginary foam celebration that we saw so much of in Dublin.
Game on. '85.
Well, the game is there for the taking for either man who can put together 2 great legs. That's all you need.
And again, there you see Joe Cullen
58.
has thrown his first dart before Mensah's got past him, and it's a low dart. I just wish that Joe would just take an extra 2 seconds just to get to the hockey to let Mensah get behind him.
Oh, Mensah. Mensah Suljovic. That's his second 180 of the match.
100.
Mensah has not led since the first leg. He was 3-1 down. He survived 3 darts to go 4-1 down from Joe Cullen.
100.
But he's down to a finish and potentially going to go 5-4 up, 1 leg away from a place in the semi-finals.
134. Mensah, you require 136. 60.
Well, that's a bit of a result for Joe. Mensah's only going to get perhaps one dart at a double. I was going to say Joe needs a couple of trebles, which he's done. Now down for the treble 19.
139.
Well, that puts a bit of pressure
So
on.
he requires 76.
Now he's probably looking and thinking, how do I leave double 14? How do I score?
Oh, Mensah Suljovic. Well, you know what he's got now.
We do know what he's got now, and it's a double that he's 4 out of 4 on his last visits. And now it's 5 out of 5.
He does not miss double 14. Mensah Suljovic is one leg away from a place in the semi-finals. It would be his 4th European Tour semi-final. In Hildesheim earlier this year, he made the semis. He lost to the eventual winner, Michael van Gerwen. In Austria last year, he lost to Vincent van der Voort, the eventual winner. And in Sindelfingen, here in the Glaspalast, 2 years ago, he lost to Wes Newton, who then went on to win it. Can he get the one more leg he needs here to go through to the semi-finals and try for once to get through to the final and maybe go and win it himself?
140.
So Cullen, 94 points ahead. Is it enough against Mensah Suljovic, who just keeps finding ways to win games?
Well, I think that one just slipped out of his hands. That weren't
79.
A bad visit from Joe. Can't afford to do that. 5-4 down.
Mensah not really worrying
60.
him, just the 60. So Cullen, it's another low dart. Moves across, trying to find a treble
59.
20, and he can't do so, but he had to do that to leave the 164.
Yes, a ton plus from Mensah could put Joe in a bit of trouble here. Because Joe's going to need 6 darts from 164, you would feel.
111 for the match for Mensah Suljovic, unless Joe Cullen pulls out an enormous check out. And he won't do so. He needed 2 treble 19s, and that one's a bit of a wild one.
48.
He's not put that big a hole in it either. So
No, well, he was going for the 25 there, Dan. To go up and leave the 20, to leave the straight ton. I've just preferred to see players go for the 25 with the last dart, because if you go up and hit a treble 20, then your combinations are completely different anyway.
yeah, you don't need that 25D.
No.
You can concentrate on something else. But look, Mensah Suljovic, can he close this out? 91 left. Treble 17 for double top.
71.
One match dart missed.
116.
This isn't a gimme for Joe Cullen, though. 116 needs 1 treble for a shot at a double. Oh, that doesn't make it easy. And a shake of the head from Cullen.
60.
He knows that may be that. 1 match dart missed. Will Mensah Suljovic miss 3 more? That's how many he's got. And Joe Cullen, for all his good work, all the way through up until about, well, end of leg 5, really.
Yes.
He was heavy favourite. If he just hit one of 3 darts in that 5th leg, he'd have been 4-1 up with 2 breaks to throw on Mensah Suljovic, but it wasn't to be. And Suljovic has made him pay. The Austrian is into a 4th European Tour semi-final. Joe Cullen has shown what he's about this weekend, though. Big weekend for the Yorkshireman. Just found Mensah Suljovic too big an obstacle to surpass. And to be honest, there's plenty of people who've found that in the last few months.